What's going on? This is Shango Ray, aka Real Deal Ray, pulling a super duper late night, trying to get a couple of these in before I retire, okay? For the night. This is the Shangodiac for Leo. So, all my Leos out there, shout out to all my Leos out there. I love my Leos. And before we get into it, like, share, subscribe, and thrive. Like, share, subscribe, and thrive. I forgot to mention, like, share, subscribe, and thrive. Blah, in that order, okay? The order of operations. Now, before we get into this, if you want, I told you this St. Nicholas of Myrna, okay? St. Nicholas is the wonder worker, okay? St. Nicholas is St. Nick, yes, Santa. So think about when you was a kid. Yes, we know your parents got you things and shit like that, but it's that there is a certain frequency right now that it behooves us to tap into, especially to get some things done. Or, you know, I don't like using the word miracle, so I'll say, for the example of this, if you want a miracle, or if you're searching for some type of a miracle, it doesn't have to be something tragic, something emergency. Although, if you are going through that, you can definitely tap into that. All the details will be in the description box. We're doing a miracle ritual with St. Nicholas. It's going to culminate. I'm working it every day, okay? I got my St. Nicholas altar over here, and we've been working it daily, okay? Feeding it daily, working it daily. And I'm also going to be working with St. Nicholas for a few of my clients. But basically what you do is you write down three of your intentions, your heart-based intentions, something that you really want to see come to pass, during this holiday season. And you're going to write it and you're going to mail it. That's right. I don't want to hear, don't text me, don't email me your request. This is straight up, write the shit down. There's a reason for that. And like I said, you want to get your letters, your intentions in soon, as soon as possible, because on December 19th, 20th, and 21st, culminating on the 21st, the winter solstice, on that day, I'm going to do a special, basically, it's the end of because the whole thing is a ritual. So I'm trying to be careful how I word this because I want to be, accurate with it. But 19th, 20th, and 21st, I'm doing a 3-day something very special. On the third day, I'm going to be releasing and, burning these petitions as I would like spirit money, okay? But we're going to be releasing that into the ethers, okay? And I'm trying to think of any other details because I want to get into this reading here, but I definitely also, the end of the 3-day binding spell, the love spell. Okay, it is cuffing season. It's cold as fuck outside for many of us. Okay, you want that special somebody, get you a 3-day binding spell. The 3-day binding spells will no longer be available here shortly. I'm talking about in a matter of a week or two, because we have another major announcement that we're going to get into. Definitely pivoting, shifting directions. Okay, and I will be able to serve better as far as you and what you may need. Okay, but more about that later. But if you want a 3-day binding spell, jump on that. Get down with this St. Nicholas. St. Nicholas might be able to get you some ass too. You never know. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into it for Leo. Okay, I'm gonna start off with where we was at, and we're going to see where things are going. Okay, here during this winter time. All right, so these are the cards here on the bottom. I did a 9-card spread for y'all. Okay, and these are what we got here. 2 of diamonds, 7 of clubs, in flames, and then the 3 of spades. We already know what time it is with the 3 of spades. So with this 2 of diamonds, it looks to me like some of you Leos may have recently or not too long ago found yourself maybe possibly in some form of a partnership, financial partnership of some ways, or maybe clicking up with somebody to do something. Okay, I definitely feel it was also financially motivated, financially related, some type of a business, some type of a hustle, some type of something. Now, the thing about this card is, even though it's not reversed, I do feel that for some of you Leos, it kind of gave way to a situation where you were feeling very divided. Okay, because I do feel a lower frequency coming through with this card for some reason. So even if you weren't starting or clicking up with somebody, then I'm sure it's also coming through for you Leos who this does applies to, that you've been recently, probably even right now, have been feeling very divided, torn in half. Okay, and a Leo torn in half, a Leo divided can't stand. Okay, now on top of this, many of you Leos are coming out of a situation or have been dealing with a situation where you feel very, very defensive. Very, very defensive. Somebody's been challenging you. There's probably some Leos out there who've been challenged at work. Maybe somebody has also um, been almost maybe verbally abusive to you. Maybe they've been, kind of teasing you, clowning on you, disrespecting you, kind of, but in a little way where it's like, if you call them on it, you're gonna look like you're oversensitive, but really you know what they mean when they say what they mean. They just say it in a little bitch ass way, in a way, like just fucking say it with your chest. You know what I'm saying? And I can see here that some of you Leos have also been, whether you've been feeling it but you don't got proof, or maybe you got the proof that you need, or you found some type of receipts, or you have some type of confirmation for this card right here. But this is talking about secrets and lies, okay, deceit. Some of you have also been worried about work, okay. The three in its lower nature is always, a lot of times, more often than not, is usually always also talking about some form of worry, okay. And in this case, could be either worry about work or worry about some form of a physical or health situation, okay. But what really came through with this is also, and this can go several different ways, whether you've been the one keeping, harboring secrets, telling half truths, doing that shit, or whether you feel it's been done to you. Some of you Leos may have been kind of outed, or kind of got caught in your own bullshit, as some Leos are known to do. Okay, but I can see it's been kind of a challenging thing. Now, where we're going to move forward from here is a little bit more interesting. Okay, for some of you Leos, you may notice a pattern in your life, whether it's dealing with a certain kind of a person, whether it's dealing with, let me give you an example. Before every certain time of year, I would always, always, always have financial problems. And it'd be like, it never fucking fails. Like every time around this year, even if shit was going great 2 months before, but around this particular time, fuckery. Okay. And that's just an example of a cyclical problem. It's not a constant challenge to you, but you will notice in your life every so often it's recursive. Get it? That play on word also. Curse, recursive. All right. But what recursive actually does mean is to come back to. Okay. So it's kind of like this cycle happens again. Here it is. It might have a different face, a different penis or pussy, or it might have a different name, or it might whatever. But you will notice once you get past all that particular bullshit, it's the same shit. And it's like the same thing with a different face, with a different outfit on. Okay. So that's what I see occurring. Now, each one of you, it's probably going to be a different situation. Okay, bet it's going to be a different situation. But the common denominator in which you all will notice is that this shit always happens every so often. Maybe every year, maybe every 2, 3 years, maybe 2 or 3 times a decade or something. I don't know, but a cycle is a cycle. Okay, these are your cards here in the middle now. For some of you Leos, I want to just encourage you because I know that some of these times that you're going to be moving into, it's not that the time itself is going to be tough, but there may be other certain things. Perhaps maybe you're working nights and you don't get to see the sun anymore because now it gets dark early. So if you're working nights, when you get out, maybe you see a little bit of sun, but then you're in the house trying to make it dark so you can go to sleep. And then when you're getting up, it's dark all night. It's dark. And after a while, that shit can fuck with your emotions. They also have this thing called seasonal, what is it? Uh, season effect shit. About the seasons changing, how it can possibly affect certain people's emotional state. The reason I'm bringing all this up to you, though, and I'm not even really necessarily co-signing because they put a name to everything, in my opinion, just as an excuse to give out pills. But maybe there's some validity to it. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I've never studied that type of thing. But I can understand also how that does affect, especially like I said, for people who maybe work at night or, just whatever. Like if you're not seeing the sun, it does start to affect you in some form or fashion. But what I wanted to caution you, Leos, about is this Ten of Hearts. And this shows, I feel like some of you Leos are about, you're on a precipice of feeling like almost an emotional overwhelm, maybe perhaps going down a level, okay? Or how can I say this? Yeah, I guess you could say going down a level as far as maybe usually I'm kind of like cool emotionally, but this can also be sneaking into depression too, okay? This has a very heavy feel to it. So I do want to caution you Leos about that. But whatever that is, this little funk, okay, I do see that you guys will be, pass it with flying colors. This is one of the main cards though that I'm actually kind of happy that you guys got. Okay. The Six of Spades. And a big theme, I think, for a lot of you Leos is going to be dealing with, accepting, and, acknowledging some of your emotional baggage. And this is a topic that, you know, doesn't really get a lot of shine, but yet it's playing in the background for each and every one of us, especially like if you're single now, chances are when you get in a relationship, 99% you're going to bring some type of emotional baggage, even if it's slight or even if it's maybe not as enhanced as the person you are getting into a relationship with. They're going to bring in their own shit too. Okay. So, what I do see though is a basically a grand release going on for a lot of you Leos. Finally coming to terms with certain things, making peace with certain things, and able to just fucking drop some of these bags right where they're at and leaving them there. Okay. No need to be a bag lady. All right. And a lot of this is also going to have to come from, these actually are like almost kissing cousins. And also, just another note on this Six of Spades here, your work life is going to start balancing out like a motherfucker. So that's a good thing, okay? That's a good thing. Although don't get too happy yet because I have the last row to read after this, all right? But another thing with this uh, that ties in with this emotional, this to me represents freedom from that. whether it comes through some form of a catharsis. Catharsis is an instantaneous emotional release. Matter of fact, a lot of people, when they go to church, they have a catharsis, and they give credit to whatever God or Jesus or whoever, and that's who they whatever. But what they're really actually feeling is some type of an emotional release. A lot of time that stems from a mindset of surrender when you actually not just hear, but you get it in the body, where you just actually release and you let go of this control, this tension, you know what I'm saying, that you've been holding on to. But some of this is also, this is closely tied in with this, okay? And actually, what you're going to end up doing is breaking this cycle that we were just talking about. Because a lot of times when you got these two sixes landing next to each other like that, kissing cousin, it represents something happening again, something happening again. So what this is also talking about though is forgiveness. And forgiveness is basically, let's unpack this word. It does not mean excusing somebody for their bullshit. It doesn't mean you let somebody just walk all over you. It doesn't mean you turn the other cheek like a little bitch and then let them smack that one and then bend over and let them smack that too, unless you like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind smacking a cheek or two, you know? But forgiveness is a frequency, man. Forgiveness is a frequency that liberates you. Okay? And the great thing about forgiveness is nobody has to know. Okay? You can forgive somebody. This isn't AA. Okay? You don't got to get on the phone and start calling everybody and apologizing for every little wrong thing you did. When I say forgiveness, it has to do with you. And it's forgiving the other person, it's releasing that other person, and it's more importantly and most importantly, it's releasing yourself. Okay? Now, yes, forgiveness is a verb. It may be something that you have to do repeatedly. Sometimes a one hitter quitter ain't going to cut it. Sometimes you might have to do it every day for a spell, you know? And then you will notice there's no more emotional charge. It is gone. You are completely free. And you will notice you have more energy for other things that you want to direct that energy into, that you want to use that energy for. Okay, so here at the top, this is what we got to hear. Briefly, you may find yourself in situations, and I do feel this might also be work related as well, but it could be in social situations. But, you know, your name's ringing, but someone's trying to put shit on your name. Okay, someone can also be, I see somebody also, for a few of you, somebody starting false rumors, which can put you at odds with somebody else or cause some type of unnecessary beef, which is bullshit. Okay, so that's something that you're going to want to look out for. All right. Um, of course, this one. But due to your work earlier, which we just discussed with, you know, this forgiveness and forgiving yourself also first and foremost, but basically just think of, whenever I say forgiveness, you think of a shackle around your feet, and when I say forgiveness, you're talking about that's taking the shackle off. So now you can put that foot in somebody's ass if you want to, or you can continue walking on your path however you choose to. Okay, but oh yeah, I brought this up because this is going to tie in with this. Okay, for some of you Leos, this is going to go a great way. All right, more intimacy, getting closer with, you know, people who are close to you, or maybe you don't have a whole lot of, you know, most Leos I know got a lot of friends or at least associates, I'll say, but uh, also within a love. The love could be expanding, greater intimacy, like I said, really getting to know each other, really getting connected with somebody. That's also what that Three of Hearts stands for. Can also stand for somebody getting pregnant, popping a child out, also. But the other thing, even though it's not reversed, there are some Leos, and I gotta say what I say because it's coming through. you're gonna find yourself in some type of love triangle, baby. Okay, that menage a trois. Okay, I'm not sure if you're the one orchestrating it or if you're the unknowing and unwilling participant of one. Okay, but yes, you're gonna want to keep an eye on that. Finally, some of you Leos, I'd say within maybe 2 3 weeks, especially more towards the holidays. I definitely feel that some of you Leos may be a victim, some type of fraud, theft. Okay, this is losing some money unexpectedly too. It can also manifest this money being taken from you or having to lose this money in ways like something happens with your car that you didn't expect, an unexpected bill, maybe one of your kids gets sick or whatever, and the insurance is not covering it, so you got to come out of your pocket and shit like that. Didn't expect it, but boom, it's gone. Okay, so that's what I have for you. Be sure to cross your I's and dot your T's around this. Okay, if you can circumvent it, or what is it, an ounce of prevention's worth a pound of cure. All right. Peace and blessings, everybody. Check out those. Get your letters into Saint Nicholas. We doing this ritual, and also if you want, like I said, I say maybe there's about 2 weeks left of this 3-day binding spell. This love is not going to be offered anymore. Okay. I may come out with a tutorial showing how to do it. I'm also working on a breakup spell one because I'm not doing no more breakup spells, but just selling a breakup spell type of thing. I'm not doing that anymore. So be sure to check that out, man. Take your ass over there and get that shit. All right. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. All right. Take advantage of it. And comes with instructions and everything, so you'll know what to do when you get them. Okay, because there is a little bit of homework for you to do too. All right. So if you follow it, you're gonna reap the rewards. Peace and blessings to you.